You know what? Video game movies are so disappointing all the time. What about video game TV? Let's see what's on.
With the Mario Brothers and plumbing's a game.
Hacky, aren't you done shaving yet?
Luigi.
What could possibly go wrong?
Excuse me, Prince.
While I'd say some video game cartoons are more infamous than others, there's one that kind of flies under the radar, or rather, it's less notorious. Donkey Kong Country was an early CGI animated series based on the rare developed video games of the same name. A co-production between Canada and France, the show ran for 2 seasons in the late 90s. As a kid, I never actually knew there was a Donkey Kong TV show. I only ever just watched a VHS my brother and I owned. That's some intense nostalgia right there.
Get ready for the hippest staple of them all. Donkey Kong Country, the legend of the crystal coconut, now on video. Hand over the coconut!
This was the sole VHS release the show ever received in the United States. Released by Paramount Home Video, The Legend of the Crystal Coconut was marketed as a feature-length film, when in fact it was an anthology of 4 episodes of the show stitched together with some extra voiceover thrown in to make it sort of feature-length. I vividly remember watching this movie all the time as a kid. We had this little mini TV with a built-in VHS player. We'd take it on road trips so my brother and I could watch movies to pass the time. This one was in constant rotation. Anyway, so I just wanted to change it up and do a little review of this thing. Will it still hold up? Will my childhood nostalgia cloud my judgment?
It's the cranky pokey. You put your right foot in and shake it all about. Do the cranky pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Oh. We start the movie with a simple Donkey Kong Country title card with some drums that seem to be building to something, but then it just ends. Weird. As it turns out, this is the normal, albeit more subdued intro to the show. The normal theme song is much more exciting, so I will play some of it for you now because it is a frickin' bop. Has no right to be this good. So we start this banana slamming adventure. Hey, I'm just quoting this thing. With this shot of a mysterious temple.
Eka, do says the time has come.
What? From someone who never watched the show, let me clarify your confusion. This is Inka Dinka Doo. You know, the iconic character Inka Dinka Doo. Yes, that's his real name. So the whole premise of the show is that the MacGuffin from the title, the Crystal Coconut, is an important, all-powerful relic that is in the keeping of Cranky Kong, and Inka over here is somehow the all-knowing spirit? I don't know. That determines who is the future ruler of Congo Bongo, the name of the land where everyone lives. Seems weird and unnecessary? Yes. Anyway, we then get our first look at our main protagonists, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, just chilling and being not annoying at all.
Got any banana cream pie?
When are you two knuckleheads gonna let me get some sleep? You silly chimp, get away from there. It's not a toy.
Movie stuff. Yo!
That'll teach you.
God, is it bad that I'm relating to Cranky the most here?
Hey, it doesn't hurt anymore. The crystal coconut took my pain away.
Okay, so not only is the Crystal Coconut special and important, but it also has the power to heal. Can it heal someone from a terminal illness? Can it bring the dead back to life? Listen, show for children, I need this lore explained. My negligible Tumblr followers demand it.
What else can the crystal coconut do?
I don't know.
Bud, you got the greatest marvel of the medical world in hand. F***ing do something with it. Also, if you're noticing the animation is a bit different, it's notable that not only was Donkey Kong Country one of the early examples of a fully CGI show, but it also was animated primarily using motion capture technology. You know, the kind of stuff that led to Benedict Cumberbatch doing, well, this.
Wherever I please, and none can stop me.
Using motion capture made sense to what I'd have to assume was a cheaper way of animating since CG was a new thing at the time. But it doesn't age quite well. Everyone just ends up flailing their arms and assorted limbs around to convey emotion, which just ends up looking deeply silly. The voice acting is very well done though, so it kind of makes up for it. One dramatic music transition later,
And let me get some sleep!
DK and Diddy head to the temple of Inca Dinka Do so DK can get all the answers he needs as future ruler of Congo Bongo. Inca says, nah, and then, well...
I wanna know the secrets that the crystal holds and all the magic power that it brings.
Oh yeah, did I forget to mention this show has songs, like a lot of songs, and they're all kind of great. Listen, I'm a sucker for musicals not featuring Hugh Jackman abusing circus animals, so count me in. That's Richard Yearwood as DK, by the way. A really great singer too that really sells it every time a song kicks in. Like, the idea of his singing Donkey Kong is extremely goofy and weird, but they somehow make it work. Who'da thunk it? Also monkey jokes.
Give up my autograph picture of my idol King Kong, or my tickets to the Dingling Brothers circus show. Could be my Planet of the Apes trading cards.
Get it? 'Cause monkey. So like a big dummy, DK concludes that he has to give the crystal coconut away to learn all the secrets he thinks he needs as future leader. Makes this face, and we move on to meeting King K. Rool.
Crystal coconut. Triumph. Victory. Success.
Honestly, K. Rool is great. No notes. His minions, Crusher and Clump, are also a bunch of fun and a good way of mapping personalities to typical DK country enemies. K. Rool is just manic and it's kind of fantastic.
How did you get the coconut anyway?
And what's going to be a running theme on this VHS, in a jarring transition we jump over to a small group of pirates exclusive to the TV show, Captain Scurvy and his minions Cutlass and Green Croc. They've landed on the island and Scurvy's here for the crystal coconut, which he claims is his birthright in the name of his
Great-great-great-grandpappy!
and suddenly, song.
When I was a young lad, my father said to me, Ireland and here and learn some pirate history.
I mean, what better way to introduce a new villain than a song, but damn, that was quick. The songs continue to be great, by the way. This one here gets stuck in my head to this day.
I'll make you swap the deck and then I'll throw you in the brig. I swear I'll make you walk the plank to right the wrong you did.
The dancing is also amazing, with the characters awkwardly sliding all around the place. Also, I'm really bothered by Scurvy's CG model clipping through his own chest. Seriously, once you notice it, you can't stop looking at it. I apologize. Also, the audio on my VHS capture can be a little bit compressed, so some of the lyrics sound a bit unfortunate.
I swear I'll make you walk the plank to right the wrong you did.
Just as soon as the song starts, it ends, and we're right back on the beach with the pirates, like we've just experienced a collective drug-induced expositional fever dream. Also, Scurvy has a toothache.
Ow!
It's a plot point, actually, and they really draw attention to it.
I swear on the great pirate oath, to grant any favor to the swamp-sucking sea scum scallywag that can rid me of this painful toothache.
So DK, dumbass Kong, over here, returns to Inca Dinka Do, and of course, giving away the coconut was not the solution. Cranky's expectedly enraged.
You did what?
I wanted to know all the secrets.
So you gave the coconut away to King K. Rool?
Okay, now I'm genuinely distressed how much I relate to Cranky. I thought he was such a nag as a kid. Ugh, I think I'm in crisis.
Pirates! Thieving thug sea dogs who sail the seven seas looking for booty to loot.
I'm sorry, have we met?
Okay, good joke. Scurvy and his clip and cleavage show up for the crystal coconut, which, of course, is not there. K. Rool is just busy dancing about the place, being so excited about finally having the coconut, but after learning that DK had just gave them the Jesus fruit, he becomes paranoid and sends them to return it. Another banger song time! This time with DK singing on the same few vines over and over and over again. Gotta love that TV budget.
Gotta bring it back.
Gotta get it back, take it back.
Gotta scoff it back. Gotta give it back. Take it back.
3 songs in one episode is kind of a lot, but they all kind of work. At this point, I don't have any complaints with the music. It really kind of differentiates the show from other children's entertainment from the day. Also, DK needs to stop making this face. He's freaking me out. Classic sitcom-y situation, DK and Scurvy arrive at K. Rool's place for the coconut, and naturally it's already gone. K. Rool does this. We get a slapstick montage to kill time, and the coconut is returned to Cranky, who is now also suspicious of the motivations behind Crusher and Clump just giving it back. It's here we learn about another one of the coconut's abilities. Force ghosts.
I have a lead. I can't see Scurvy anywhere.
What are you doing, you the numbskull!
Going back.
I'm not even joking. Cranky's able to use the coconut projected image of himself to communicate with DK. It makes no sense, and it's just an easy way for the writers to have DK know what's really happening in an easy, shortcutty kind of way. There's no rules when it comes to magic in the show, which, sure, nitpicky, but still. This VHS is called The Legend of the Crystal Coconut, and yet we never truly learn about the titular thing at all beyond vague details. I'm thinking way too much about this. Let's just move on. Hijinks ensue, Scurvy's toothache is healed, thank goodness. I was heavily invested. And we move on to the next episode, but not before Inka Dinka Doo gets the last line.
Whatever!
We get some awkward transition dialogue from DK to move us into the next episode with Diddy and Donkey Kong pretending to be secret agents with banana phones. I'm not playing that song, you can't make me. The second episode in the movie is pretty dang thin plot-wise. On my rewatch, to be honest, I kind of zoned out of the whole thing. It's just a bunch of MacGuffins with K. Rool's minions stealing the banana phone, thinking it's some special device. Also, Diddy takes his hat off when its banana phone is stolen, and it just doesn't seem right.
Dirty, rotten, low down, yellow belly.
DK and Diddy play a practical joke on K. Rool and his
Coronas?
claiming they have an amulet more powerful than the crystal coconut. The bad guys fall for it easily, big surprise, and go running to the Forbidden Forest to find the fake amulet. But first, another pirate song.
If you ask me mother, she'll say, he's not so bad. But when I left the house, I took everything she had.
I genuinely can't tell if the song is called Booty Boogie or just straight up Booty Booty.
Arr, look at me! I'm doing the booty booty.
This is probably the first weak song of the movie. It's really here just to fill time with a song that's basically just saying, hey, we're pirates and we exist. Then we just get back to the plot like nothing happened. Okay. Truly, the really only notable thing about this episode is that we get to meet Funky Kong. He's pretty great. Him and his moving sunglasses eyes.
Sounds fly. Label the scene for me, ancient relic dude.
We get a second song where DK tells Diddy about the Big Bong monster that lives in the Forbidden Forest. Again, just a time filler song, but DK's voice actor elevates it with his great voice. And the song's climax is, well, see for yourself.
The big bug monster is coming after you. You better run the fastest if he catches you, you know. The big bug monster is coming after you. Razor sharp teeth, most heavy eyes, fangs. The big bug monster is coming after you.
The crystal coconut exchanges multiple hands like in the previous episode until it ends up with K. Rool. Then he sinks into tar. Kind of a weak ending, but we get this vaguely menacing shot of DK leaning forward. I don't know, it just kind of wigs me out. There's not much to say about this part of the movie. It's easily the most forgettable episode of the bunch, with this being the moral.
What goes around, comes around.
You got it, dudes.
Fine. We get some more transition dialogue to get us to another episode with some weird delivery from DK. As he says one of his signature catchphrases, Banana Slamma, in the most bored way that I feel like this had to be the end of a long day for Richard Yearwood.
Banana Slamma.
We're halfway through this thing, so I want to take a quick break and watch the ads that are at the beginning of this VHS. Purely for nostalgia reasons. First, we got this Rugrats VHS ad, which, oh my god, I remember all the words.
Rugrats on my TV, turn on the machine. Tommy and Chucky are always a scream.
Watch out! Here come Nickelodeon's Rugrats crawling into your home.
Brilliant. Sheer brilliant.
On video.
Still never got that Runaway Reptar VHS, the tragedy.
Rugrats Go Reptar in Nickelodeon's new full-length special. And you can only see it on video.
Afterwards, we get a home video ad for the Rugrats movie. Film I haven't seen in quite some time. I am slightly concerned that the magical birth moment, which seems to indicate we're seeing baby Dill's POV when he's being born. Such a miracle.
Tear, tear, tear goes your vagina. It's called The Bloody Show.
I also love this extra sound effect they add when Dill grabs Tommy's nose. It's so loud, it's like he punched him. It's ridiculous. Next up is the ad I still vividly remember for Paramount's VHS releases of the Peanuts specials. These kids go off on how much they definitely love these things, and it seems so manipulative. Like in a, your parents don't love you kid if they don't buy you Peanuts videos.
Can I please have a Peanuts video? It's better than ordinary video.
I'm gonna make the adult the enemy ad, jeez.
They're for me. For me.
For me.
I like more than you.
And now for the coup de grace, the final ad. The VHS releases of Ned's Newt.
What do you get when a kid overfeeds his pet newt?
Everyone knows that.
Oh, I'm great at guessing.
You get one super-sized smart alecky salamander.
Ha-ha, you're right. Write it down.
That's right, all the outrageously overgrown fun of the hit TV series Ned's Newt can be yours for $9.95 or less each.
No way.
Next new, now on video. And look for more adventures coming soon.
I thought I blocked this from my memory. God, what is this show? I don't know if it's good or bad, but I'm terrified. I'm betting those other VHSs that were coming soon never actually happened. Just a hunch. And now, back to...
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Oh, I love it. Can we also bring back...
Coming soon on video and DVD.
Ah, that's the stuff. Anyway, on to episode 3.
You want to come and see the... Wow! Only one thing worse than a bruised banana. Oh, a bruised butt.
Alright, I barely got started making comedic YouTube videos, but you know, that does it. I think that's it. I'm quitting. Nothing can be topped. Bye, everyone.
Hold on, big buddy! I'm coming! Who are you? I get it now. You're trying to trick me. Aren't you, Donkey Kong? Donkey Kong? Jumping banana bugs! Oh, DK, you've lost your memory?
I guess we're doing this. The memory loss episode. Great. You gotta hit all those children's entertainment sitcom cliches, right?
I say he's the one with the problems.
Wait, what's that face? Is he faking it? Or did he just lose his memory but is still capable of fourth wall breaking? God, I'm thinking way too much about this.
Ooh, that Donkey Kong?
That's Candy? Why is she in exercise gear? I mean, wear what you want, but as a character design, what? I'm getting tired. Let's just accept it and move on. Hi, Candy. Weird to meet you halfway through this movie. That's Joy Tanner as Candy, by the way. Pretty great voice performance. And design aside, it's nice to see Candy in this show and not just be the girl character. So on another part of the island, Scurvy and his crew are digging for that treasure. DK actually doesn't remember who he is, so he really isn't faking it, and naturally Scurvy tells DK he's a pirate. Donkey Croc, as it were. Now, of course, DK has to learn how to be a pirate, and naturally, a song is on the deck. And it goes hard.
Feast your eyes, look into the mirror, it never lies. You're a pirate, can't you see that this is no disguise? You live to loot and pillage, maim and terrorize.
What else do you expect? They send DK to steal the crystal coconut. But first, this.
My favorite banana necklace is gone, and whoever stole it left this!
Candy's kind of just off, just doing her own thing, not really interacting with the episode's storyline. Okay, sure. I mean, I think we're to understand DK's just stealing bananas, but it's just so random. Like, no connection with her earlier scene waiting on DK for their date. It's just odd, and it makes me think the earlier scene should have happened after this one. I'm just asking for a little bit of clarity. Then we get this.
Club! Club gone! Eddie, club gone! Thief, leave! Thief, leave! Thief, leave snack!
What? Genuinely, what? I mean, I'm assuming this is a character that appears in other episodes, but this is straight up the only time we see him in this movie. Like, I get this is an anthology movie, but shouldn't you make it function a little better as a standalone project? This scene could have been cut easily and nothing of consequence would be lost. I mean, I can at least appreciate it on a general level of absurdity, but still. He's screaming on top of a snowy mountain environment that doesn't even seem to exist on Congo Bongo's island climate. He's mad something is gone. Clump, clunk. But boy, good thing he has the sustenance of a banana peel that just phases out of existence. Stay tuned for my 7-part video series on this character. What the actual f***? So Donkey Croc steals the crystal coconut, leaving Funky, Cranky, and Diddy absolutely confounded. After some bananas in our collective faces. Side note, Diddy does practically nothing on the show beyond being the wisecracking sidekick. Not a deep analysis, I just wanted to point that out. Do better, Diddy. Cranky reads up on memory loss and we get this delightful piece of contrasting animation.
What's it?
I like that he only has enough energy to zoom out of the frame, then it's just a light jog. Bless him. After being stolen from his well, K-Rool realizes that DK's having that good old amnesia and starts forming a plan, catching up with DK and convincing him that he's actually his henchman.
Donkey.
Also, hey, welcome. Sit down. Time for the best song in this damn movie.
Well, listen here, but I make it clear. I can't believe you can't see what we see here. One of us One of us! You mean and green, scaly sheen! Can't you see you're one of us? You walk the walk, my brother Croc! Arm in arm, together we're...
Can we just watch a clip of K. Rool's dancing too? It's amazing.
These fangs and this scaly skin.
Catching up with the Flash himself, Cranky meets up with Candy. Finally, she's involved somehow, and ropes her in for some kind of plan. We don't know yet. A lot of character juggling this episode, huh? How's Snowape doing?
Thief, leave!
Anyway, Funky and Diddy confront DK and ask him to remember a flashback to when they were captured on Scurvy's ship. Remember this for later.
Well, me little guppies.
Oh, Scurvy has a bird? What? I want more of the bird. Also, the pose DK makes opening the doors is just stunning. What a Chad. Unfortunately, the flashback doesn't help, so Funky also makes DK remember another time from the past. Don't worry about this one, just remember the previous flashback. Trust me. And that second flashback was also a waste of time as nothing seems to help DK. He just struts around practicing his evil laugh and making this face. This time it's Cranky's turn and...
Hi, Donkey Kong.
Wait. Don't you want another flashback first? It's what I assume is just another previous episode in the show. Anyway.
Remember me? Surely you must remember your old sweetie pie.
Okay, this is just padding at this point. Fortunately, Candy awkwardly pushes DK off screen where he's bonked on the head with a few coconuts, finally jogging his memory.
Did you call him Cranky?
Sure I did, Candy. I was gonna call him something else, but you were present.
So, to get the coconut back, DK places Croc and Rule personas to trick Scurvy and K. Rool into falling off a cliff, killing them in the process. Oh no, just kidding, they're monkeys now. We're doing this. Thankfully, this leads us to the final episode of this thing. A little bit of a slog, but you know, I'm not the target demographic for this anymore, so.
No one calls me, no one comes to visit.
Oh god, Cranky's dead! Or rather, it's just Scurvy.
But you're stranded on a desert island. You're lost at sea. You were chomped by sharks.
Aye, but life isn't all fun and games.
Okay, this is weird. Is this Scurvy's first appearance or like an appearance further into the show? They're much less humorous than the previous 3 episodes and much more angry and threatening. The bird from the flashback is here now too. I'm so confused.
Abandon ship!
I truly can't get enough of the running animations in this thing. With a telescope with incredible zoom, K. Rool 2 attempts to steal the coconut in an absolutely insane way that I adore, and it actually works. They really need to find a better hiding place for this thing. Also, this shot is held way too long.
You gotta get it back, now!
At this point, I kind of love it. This thing's worn me down, folks. We jump over to another brand new location, a barrel factory, where Candy is pressing buttons at what I assume is her job. What, is this necessary? Is there a money system on Congo Bongo? Am I still reading way too much into this children's series? No. We also meet another new character, Bluster, Candy's supervisor, I think? Also, he's obsessed with Candy and is super creepy. The mustache isn't helping either. K. Rool shows up to take over the factory to create explosive barrel ammunition, and Bluster gives in immediately.
Uh-oh! Mommy! You're the master! The poobah!
Such a delightful character from the get-go.
Super of Congo Bongo will be wrapped around my little claw!
Yeah, I'm not touching that. Though Bluster seems to be doing all the work for me.
Around my little claw!
DK and Diddy show up to save the day. K. Rool starts to blow up, and they escape via minecart. Ooh, are we gonna get something alluding to the crazy minecart sequences in the Donkey Kong Country games? No, not really. They just go in a straight line.
Actually, we're home free! Oh dear, this is bad. If we make it to the factory, I'm mincemeat, lizard bait! Oh, yes!
Okay, new rule. Only DK is allowed to look into the camera. Bluster makes it seem dirty. Hijinks ensue with termites, suddenly? Okay. And K. Rool gets away, with Bluster somehow getting the crystal coconut back himself. At least he was able to do something. DK and Diddy head back to Cranky's, who's being very suspicious.
I told you can't come in!
I know! It's the Cranky Pokey!
You put your right foot in and shake it all about.
Our protagonists, everyone. I'm so tired. Scurvy and his crew are hiding in Cranky's house, and the old coot is just doing a poor job of trying to get them to leave. The two walk in and, of course, are captured, and oh god, someone check on Cranky, he's not moving. I swear Cranky's lack of animation here gets funnier every time I watch this.
We gotta get the coconut back!
Again.
Look, I get this movie wants a through line so we get 4 Crystal Coconut-centric episodes, but ugh, is it just so repetitive? Maybe we could have thrown in an offbeat episode instead of the weird banana phone one just to make things a little more exciting. Ooh, how about this episode? Bad Hair Day.
How about a big birthday kiss?
What the?
Abort, abort, abort. All right, home stretch. DK and Diddy take Funky's plane to get to the pirates and are swiftly dumped, literally, onto the ship.
Whoa, I'm out of here.
Ooh, I feel that, Funky. Because DK and Diddy are geniuses, they're immediately captured.
Down to the hold goes the shark's next meal.
Ooh, what I wouldn't give for another pirate song, you know, giving it 1000%.
Well, me little guppies, let's see you get out of this one. Nar.
Wait a minute. Deja vu? Remember when I said to keep in mind that flashback from the previous episode? Yeah, that happens after that episode in this movie's timeline. Like, guys, this is just freaking lazy. Just cut that flashback out of the previous episode. There are already 2 others that can be left in. It would have been the simplest editing job, but they really couldn't be bothered, could they? At this point, this should have just been a 4-episode compilation VHS instead of being sold as a feature-length movie. Well, one detail was left out of the flashback. Claptrap. Yeah, another video game enemy gets a voice. Turns out this was not a good idea.
No, ding-dong, bananas!
And just as soon as we meet him, we get an intro song. Another abrupt transition, but hey, we're kind of used to it at this point.
I like the taste of a pirate ship. A yummy boat filled with gold is so hip.
In between all this key air guitaring, the gist is that Scurvy stole Claptrap's teeth and put him in the crow's nest. That's it. DK and Diddy make him a deal and they work together to get free, and DK replenishes his energy with bananas. Enjoying them way too much, I might add.
Oh, that's good.
Now here's that chase scene all over again. Note that Claptrap is in this scene too, so they clearly cut him out in the flashback/forward in the previous episode. DK and Diddy narrowly dodged the world's bounciest cannonball, and we quickly learn that Claptrap has gotten his teeth back. What an arc this very important character has had throughout the runtime of this film. So it turns out Claptrap is termite rules and the pirates lose. DK wins. Surprise, surprise. Now, finally, let's wrap it up.
Sora, don't ever change.
Huh?
Wait, whoops. Sorry. I mean, the real ending to this thing.
Claptrap, you're not still hungry, are ya?
That first course was a little salty. I'm not in the mood for dessert.
Woo-wee.
Yet.
Yes, ladies and gentlelapes, this is how the movie ends, with Claptrap hinting that he might eat DK and Diddy. Screw you, Inception, this is one of the true, best, ambiguous endings in modern media. Oof. And yeah, that's how Donkey Kong Country Legend of the Crystal Coconut ends. Seriously. No ending narration from DK, just... So yeah, while this film brings back a lot of childhood memories, I can't really say I would recommend watching it today. It's cheesy, repetitive, and honestly a bit exhausting by the time we hit the 4th episode in the anthology. By nature, anthologies are going to be a bit segmented and haphazardly paced, but there were some simple editing tweaks they could have made to make the whole thing flow better. Lots of missed opportunities, really. Again, I'm obviously not the target demographic anymore, but my brother and I were huge fans of this as children, so I absolutely recommend this movie for kids. If they can tolerate some weird, old, dated animation, they should enjoy it. You could do a lot worse. Maybe not the most ringing endorsement, but I think Donkey Kong Country knew its audience. Check it out if it's a curiosity all the same. It's kind of cool to watch an early CGI TV show. While the motion capture animation makes things seem a bit off at times, they pull off some pretty cool things for the time. The whole movie is actually easily available to watch online along with the whole TV show. Just type up in the search bar, and couldn't be easier. They also released the show on DVD not too long ago, but they're seriously hard to find at this point, mainly the complete first season DVD. If anyone has a copy they don't want, let me know. I'm desperate, people. Anyway, that's it for me, so thank you so much for watching, and let me know if there's any other video game, movie, TV oddities you want me to watch and review. I'll sit here waiting. Terrified.
If you ask me mother, she'll say, "I's not so bad."
Again, thank you guys for watching. This movie was so nostalgic for me, so it was a lot of fun revisiting it, if a little upsetting. Bloopers are coming up in just a sec, but please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. I got a whole bunch of content coming your way, so stay up to date and hit that little bell icon so you know when I upload. And don't forget, I'm on other platforms such as Twitch, where I stream all kinds of games 5 days a week, along with Twitter and Tumblr. See you guys next time. Banana Slammer. You know what? Video game movies are always so disappointing. You know what isn't? That's not the line. We had a little VHS player that was completely... I vividly... I vividly remember watching this movie. It's all. I vividly. Page 2. Go do this in record time of 3.5 hours. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. Find the rhythm. Donkey Kong. Picking that audio peak. Time for a water break because I need to stay hydrated or else I'll be sad. It's a new song. Also, Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong on a whirlwind adventure with horses. This part's so forgettable. I can't even remember the line. It's so forgettable. Get it because he said butt. Arr. No, I'm not gonna do that. Remember this for later. Excuse me. Wait. Wait. Kind of expected at this point. Abrupt transition and all.